Hello everybody, welcome back to some F1 World here in F1 23. Today we're checking out the McLaren Anniversary event where if you beat it, you unlock on Monday the McLaren Triple Crown livery that you saw in Monaco. Basically, you are racing as Lando Norris in the closing laps in the Canadian Grand Prix. It starts as a wet race, but it quickly turns to dry, and you are just trying to finish in the top 3 after starting the challenge here. As you can see, their objective, finish in 3rd position or higher. Okay, so it throws us right into it. I don't have a setup here in Canada, so we're just going to roll with it on what they've given us. Now, so we have to complete this challenge to actually get the McLaren livery that we saw in Monaco. So we don't have it here, but yeah, let's do this McLaren Anniversary event. We'll jump right into it and see exactly what we get ourselves into here. I really didn't know what to expect, but I can tell you now that I have done it already that this is certainly, things like this are definitely the highlights of F1 World. These are the fun things, these challenges, these single player challenges, instead of having to drive the F1 World car and just grind it out and to build your tech level, which at the end of the day, who cares about that? This is the stuff that I found that I enjoy better now. But yeah, we're P7, and it would quickly start to dry up though towards the end of the lap, so I make a decision to come pit. We're going to box right here. The track is drying really quick, so we're going to take a bit of a risk here. I don't actually think it's much of a risk, to be honest, at all. Everyone seems to be coming in. Well, maybe not everybody, but there's some coming in for softs for sure. We saw some come in, we saw some stay out. We're in here for our stop onto the soft compound tire. Decent stop right there as we're going to get back out on circuit here momentarily. Our teammate of Oscar Piastri going to go by. He's going to have to come in next time by. Sets the fastest lap briefly of the Grand Prix here now. But yeah, I was still trying to learn this new Canadian Grand Prix track. The final chicane is quite tricky now. I've had a tough time kind of adapting to that, and you're certainly going to notice that just throughout this short video. But yeah, I mean, I'm slowly kind of getting the hang of it here. We would run down Nick DeVries. He was on the Inters, so really just a sitting duck. I would be able to pass him, put myself up in a P13 as the pit cycle would really start to kick off over the next lap or two as we head down towards that chicane on this front stretch. Our teammate comes into the pits. All right, our teammate Piastri's in and others, so the top 3 is the goal. I don't know if we're going to be able to honestly pull this off. We'll find out the hard way, of course, now, but we set the fastest time of the Grand Prix, which I do not care about, to be honest, but P8, so we got to go from P8 to P3. Now we do have other cars pitting. Zhou Guanyu has to pit. There was a Haas up in front of us that has to pit still from the Inter, so wasn't too concerned as we would run down Zhou Guanyu. Onto the back of Zhou Guanyu now. I'm going to go to the left side here, get the overtake done on him. This is actually might get a little bit complicated right here. I'm not going to be clear down into the hairpin. I'm going to just kind of force it there. I really drove in deep, way deeper than I needed to, that's for sure. But we take the position. Magnussen has to pit, so there's still drivers coming in for dry tires, which gives me a bit of hope. Russell definitely not one of them. Magnussen will be in though, so that will put us up to P6. So let's wait and see as I absolutely haul them out through that chicane, which is so different in this game. It's a lot of fun, honestly, but P6 is where we're going to be, so yeah, we got some work to do, but, I mean, I see some cars up here, but I think these are lap cars. Lando Norris, which is me, setting the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. I forgot in that moment that I was even driving Lando Norris's car, but up to P6 now as we would actually have a yellow flag. We have a yellow. It might be a Ferrari, that might be a free position. Let's see. Yes, that is Carlos Sainz, the Spaniard, out here in Montreal. Day over for Carlos. Give me a safety car. Actually, I don't even think there's enough time for a safety car. So another spot gained right there. Logan Sargent just set the fastest lap of the Grand Prix, but we're in P5, so we only need 2 spots, but Ocon is 5 seconds up the road in 4 laps. I don't see how there's any possible way of myself getting up there. I wasn't feeling very confident, but I would be proven very quickly that there was a lot of pace in this car, and I was already slashing that gap down to 2.9 seconds to Tsunoda. More importantly, only 4 seconds at this point to Esteban Ocon. Alright, I mean, I have cut the gap down to 3.8 seconds, but we're going to have 3 laps to go. It's not looking very good right now unless something crazy happens. I'm going to get way too aggressive on the track limits right there. That was such a terrible chicane. I'm having a really difficult time getting through that chicane. Just getting used to it. It's a completely different approach in that chicane with F123, and it's not been good for me so far. I just go way too aggressive in there, and then I end up cutting half the chicane. I swear I'm trying to get better in that final chicane here, but now look at this, coming to 2 laps to go this time, and you can see Pierre Gasly there right on the back of Tsunoda, and we of course get the blue flag for Gasly. We're going to be able to pass him, but the gap down to 1.7 seconds. We were quickly closing in on Ocon as well as Tsunoda. Alright, 2 laps to go. Somehow we actually have a chance, so I'm not going to waste any time here on Yuki. I'm going to get this overtake done as quickly as I possibly can, but not looking great so far. I really want to get this pass done as quick as I can here. Maybe in the next DRS zone now. Heck, I mean, I've got an opportunity right here, but let's go for it. Screw it. I'm sending it. Sorry, Yuki, but I'm coming through. That's my teammate there in the F123 driver career mode, of course, but the overtake's done. We have DRS, and now we have a chance to go get Ocon here for 3rd place. It's going to be difficult, 1.4 seconds. So yeah, I mean, we complete the pass on Yuki, and you can see the gap continuing to come down between myself and the Alpine. 1 second the gap, wanting to be, of course, in the DRS for the first attempt here, which is not much of a passing opportunity, but it just allows us to get ready to set up for that long back straightaway towards the final chicane. So we were already within 1 second here of Esteban Ocon on this final lap here in the Canadian Grand Prix, my home Grand Prix. Very excited to watch it. I'm recording this at the time. Free practice 1 just wrapped up, and there was issues with like the cameras at the track, so like there was barely anything that happened in free practice 1, but yeah, very excited for my home Grand Prix this weekend. Let me know who you think's going to be at the top step of the podium. Aside from the obvious, it's Max Verstappen, unless something goes completely wrong. But here we are, closing in on the back of the Alpine here, setting ourselves up well. I use a little bit of battery, put the overtake down as we head in towards the braking zone. We're going to close right up to the back of the Frenchman of Esteban Ocon, down this long back straightaway for the final time here. Already in overtake now. We're going to have DRS. We should honestly be able to cruise right on past Esteban. Our battery is going to be completely depleted. George Russell with the win. It's going to be Fernando Alonso in second, but we complete the pass, and we will complete the challenge. Alright, we did it. We had 1 chicane to do it, but we got it there. George Russell, Alonso, and then, well, Lando Norris. The top 3. I didn't think we were going to beat it on the first attempt, to be honest. It wasn't looking good there for a bit, but it turns out it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be at the end. That's something I do like about F1 World, is these kind of challenges they do. I'm not a fan of just the normal F1 World single-player car stuff, but like stuff like this is pretty cool. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. George Russell there with the win, but that's going to wrap it up. So apparently on Monday, if you complete this challenge, on Monday you will unlock the Mclaren livery that will be coming to the game. So yeah, you got to wait a couple days post-Canadian Grand Prix. But yeah, that's going to wrap it up for me. If you watched, I appreciate it. Thank you very much, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great day, everybody. Hold on really quick. Just want to say, if you missed it earlier in the video and you're wondering, so the livery unlocks if you complete the challenge. McLaren Shadow on their Twitter said it unlocks on Monday. So yeah, if you complete the challenge, you'll get the livery on Monday, as well as like a trophy and a couple other things. But anyways, that wraps it up for me. I'll see you guys next time. Have a great day.